Hello and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as our Sith Inquisitor, Veriia, here on Vaiken Spacedock, the Imperial fleet. When we last left off, we had finally been taken as an acolyte and apprentice to Sith Lord Zash, and been asked to go to the Sith Empire's capital world of Dromund Kaas. But of course we needed to go to the Imperial fleet to then take another shuttle to go to the capital world. So this is where we are. I'm going to spend just a few minutes running around pointing out various places for anyone who is unfamiliar with the Imperial fleet. I imagine most people who watch these videos already are, but just covering all my bases in case we need to come back here in the future and I don't need to keep on explaining what I'm up to. Between the last video and this video, I spent some time equipping some level 14 item modifications to my weapons and armor. So we have some reasonable health, and that's also boosted Val's health as well. As I mentioned, the companion's health, damage, and healing is now dependent on your various stats and equipment. And we're getting quite close to level 15 actually. But yeah, we actually arrived by the shuttle here. So let's go to the main hub. Looks like we do have a message, we can check that out. And Val does want to speak to us, so we might as well have a word with him at the Imperial Fleet Cantina. So the Spacedock here is split into 4 different sections, or primary rings anyway. Let's have a look. Open up the map. We have the Stronghold and Crew Skills section, Combat Training, Galactic Trade Market and Supply sections, as well as various little elevators that lead off. We just came from this one, which leads to the 2 shuttles for the starting tutorial worlds. But we have the Cartel Bazaar, which has various vendors. But you need to have normally certain ranks. There's a thing called reputation in this game. We go to my legacy. There you go, reputation. You get reputation near the end of the game. There are certain worlds where if you do quests, especially weekly heroic quests, you'll gain so much reputation as well as items. Say for Rishi here, or the Voss, you'll gain reputation for doing some of their quests. As well as you will get reputation items from buying certain loot packs. If I go to my cartel market, you can buy items for real money. Some of these are kind of like these visionary packs, and they may sometimes contain reputation bonus items. And then if you go to the Cartel Bazaar, this is where most of the NPC vendors are. You can buy miscellaneous, basically adaptive armor and mounts that you can fly around on. Little things like that. We have the mission departures section. We'll be going into there a few times. That's where, in other games they're normally called flashpoints or instances. In the mission departures section is where you do what's called in this game flashpoints. And they can be done at certain levels, and that's when you first get some experience in running dungeons with other players. And yeah, we'll be looking at definitely doing a few flashpoints in this game. Though with the changes in Knights of the Fallen Empire, that could be slightly frustrating, and I'll explain why when we get to that point. And finally, where we need to go, the Dromund Kaas departures elevator, which leads us to a couple of shuttles, which will lead us to the Dromund Kaas capital world. But anyway, I'm going to run around these 4 sections, show you what's here, and then we'll stop off at the cantina before we go to the Dromund Kaas elevator. But first things first, let's see what's here. Priority missions, introduction to group finder. We won't be doing that, even though the experience would be nice. Introduction to war zones, which is the PvP element, and tutorial Learn a crew skill, then interact with your trainer. We can do that, and it's worth a nice amount of experience. There are various gathering and crafting NPCs in this game, and you can then use those skills to obviously gather raw materials and build your own weapons, armor, like med packs, stims to boost your various stats, little things like that. There's Lord Krillis. This is who you'd originally need to speak to when you reached level 10 and came to the Imperial fleet to choose your advanced class. Now he's pretty pointless, but I still think you get experience for following the storyline and speaking to him.
At long last, Lord Zash's apprentice, may you soon gain the honors you so well deserve. On Korriban, you earned the right to be called Sith, but that was only the beginning. Your master wishes me to oversee your continued training.
Someday I will rule the Sith. There is no limit to my strength.
From all I've heard from Lord Zash, I believe it. Lord Zash embraces the search for dark artifacts and secrets. Others choose the martial path, channeling their anger into physical strength. You too must find your path.
I prefer not to limit myself.
It's Lord Zash's wish that you choose. Think it over. Speak to Overseer Kryos when you're ready to begin your training in earnest.
There you go. So you got a codex entry about the two various advanced classes, and now we need to go see Overseer Kryos here in the combat training sector. There are various vendors for when you have certain PvP items. Let's see if I can find them. Currency. There's a currency in the game, I forgot what's called, Warzone commendations maybe? And you can spend them...
Won't find a better bargain.
Yeah, Warzone commendations on various PvP armors which have an expertise rating. You'll notice there in the total stats section. An expertise boosts your PvP damage and damage reduction, I think it is. But apart from in PvP, expertise isn't useful at all. And there is a terminal here which gives you various PvP missions. Some are daily, some are weekly. I think you need to do the introduction to PvP before you can actually unlock the weekly PvP mission, but it's worthwhile. Okay, so now we have these 5 little cubby holes. Yep. We have one for the Sith Warrior, Sith Inquisitor, we have the Bounty Hunter, and the Imperial Agent, and the final one is an NPC which can change your, I think it's your discipline. At the moment I'm on the lightning path, but if I want to become a corruption healer or madness DPS, I would go speak to him. Or, alternatively again, with my legacy here, where is it? Other? Nope, it might be in character perks. I could unlock this, it'll cost me 200,000 credits. I could spend real money, cartel coins, on unlocking it. I can switch my discipline path at any time. But it costs you money to do that. So, this is the Sith Inquisitor section. We need to speak to Overseer Kryos here.
Umpa hupa, jikilia umpasa dobiska, jaskruni dopat kurira, dokanki kung. O grani tampio da pushi wumpa, pu tula musta. Tauz azulas uval tun mi chakulka dimaji.
You're level 15 from that. Fair enough. And again, this is the Sith Inquisitor trainer, if you say you didn't have a hollow statue. There are other hollow statues I should mention. Obviously, I've got the Dr. Ugarob Hut hollow statue, but I think there's a one for Satil Shan, a Jedi Grandmaster. There is one for... what is his name? Darth Malgus? There are various ones that have the same effect.
What dark secret shall I share with you?
Ooh. Heroic moment. We have Crushing Darkness. Summons a dark cloud of energy to crush the target, instantly dealing so much damage, and so much damage over time. Crushing Darkness. Will I be using that? Don't recall. Maybe. Electric Induction, which is impassive. Reduces the force consumed by force abilities. That's always going to be useful. And it's going to move that up there. Static Barrier. Surrounds the target in a lightning shield that lasts 30 seconds and absorbs a high amount of damage. You can only use it every 20 seconds, but it's actually a really good, like, shield ability. I think Kem has his own version of it, yeah. He has a protective barrier as well, with his healing class, I should say. So I'm trying to think of where I should move some of my abilities. Yeah, we'll try it that way. Have Force Storm here, and then it links into Chain Lightning, and I think they both for later may link into Lightning Strike. We'll see. So anyway, yeah, this is obviously the combat training section. Let's go to the crew skills area, because we need to speak to our crafting trainers. You can have up to 3 crew skills, I believe. And not only can you pick up the various raw materials, but you can send your companions on companion missions to do them for you as well. From what I recall. Oh. There's a terminal somewhere. There's one over there. Oh. I apologize for sending you this message uninvited, my lord, but I only do so to fulfill my bargain with the Hermit of the Tomb, the one called Spindral. He said that I could only leave his sight alive if I passed along this, his final gift for the one who will shape fates both future and ancient. Those were his words, his exact words. I had to be exact. So Spindral thinks we'll shape fates of both future and ancient. Huh. That's not worrying at all. Everyone talks about our destiny. We have a social points mission. I mentioned social points previously. This is bar here. You normally get social points for interacting with other players in flashpoints. So here's the various crew skills NPCs. What do we want to do today? We want probably archaeology. So we'll train in archaeology. These are all like the gathering NPCs. We'll want slicing? Yeah, why not? And we'll take scavenging. These are all the gathering quests. Let's say the gathering skills. So, can I send... How do you send people on missions now? Oh, there we are. So yeah, I could send Kemval on a archaeology gathering mission. They normally have a specialty to them. Kelm. No? Okay. They must have changed that. Before the new companions and contact system, each of your companions had a different specialization. So Kemval might have liked archaeology, but another companion might have liked to slice into computer terminals and such. And they would have a high degree of skill in doing that. And here are the other crew skill NPCs. Tends to be for, obviously, arms tech would be to create weapons, cyber tech to create things like some item modifications, some earpieces. I think you used to be able to create grenades. I know with the most recent major expansion, that changed slightly. Anyway, let's speak to you again. Completed our mission. And we're good 3/4 of the way to level 16. Okay. Let's go to the supplies. Yep. Switch that to vendors. Yep. Looks like the bounty hunting event is going on this week. Happens maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks or so. You can take bounty hunting missions and get favour with the bounty hunting guild. Oh, sorry, we went to the Galactic trade market first. Well, it is as it says. This is where, in other games, it was the marketplace, the auction house, the auctioneer. This is where other players will try and sell you various goods that they don't need. So we can have a quick look. Say, I need some dye in the future, so grey and black dye, for instance. You can obviously toggle cheap to the most expensive. I want some light grey and black dye, but I actually want, there's like a primary and secondary colour. And I want black to be the secondary colour. And there's none on sale for the moment. But on the other side, there are various vendors who sell you companion gifts, who will sell you various mounts or speeders that they're called in this game. And there are two vendors, the dark side vendor and the light side vendor. If you have a certain tier of being good or being evil, basically, you'll be able to buy various miscellaneous goods from them. So here's the supply section. This is where you can buy a lot of your item modifications. How many? I have 20 common data crystals right now. Okay. So you spend data crystals here to buy various mods. So I think I've got up to level 22 mods, so...
You see anything you like? Just let me know.
Obviously this is where you buy all the various goods. Can I buy them? I can buy them for level 26 even though I'm not level 26. Okay. Say I'm using lethal 13A mods at the moment, which give you like, slightly more mastery, but slightly... Oh. Let's have a look here. No, they're just all round better. Oh, less power. They give you less power, but they give you more mastery.
Come back anytime.
And we need to speak to you.
Won't find a better bargain.
I want to buy the Acolyte's Focus, which is a adaptive armor focus. Are these mods better? Slightly. And you can actually put a color crystal in here, so let me get my collections. Color crystals. Color crystals I have collected. And we may as well have some more power. Oh. There we go. We'll just equip that. So I have a little bit more health once again, but my power will have increased. Because I have a power crystal both in my lightsaber and in my focus now. And we'll probably use that focus for the rest of the game, probably. Because you never see it in your offhand, even though it's there. The only item, apart from your armor, that really changes is the look of your lightsaber. Various lightsabers have different appearances. Also, on the other side of the supply section here, there are you can use your common data crystals. I think there are also glowing data crystals and radiant data crystals that appear that you can gather later on. And you can spend them on various bits of armor, mostly like kind of endgame raid armor. Oh, there is a mission over there we could pick up, but I don't think we need it. So, that's most of the main section of the Imperial fleet explored, or explained at least. This is obviously the Cantina, where if you're playing on an RP server, you might find some people here just talking about their day and role-playing their character. Sell Lord Zash's lightsaber, because we don't need it.
Thank you for your patronage.
You're welcome. Let's see what Kemval has to say.
Selon se karikai. In bizo se waitai spira presin kretai. In bise e wanata atragata injais.
The more challenging, the better.
Waldufne jamate jafraj.
I like Cal. He's very reluctant to acknowledge us as his master. Because of course he did used to serve a... Oh, do you want to speak to us again? Nope, it disappeared. The Darth Lord. Was it Tulok Cord? So, compared to his former master, we're not that impressive. Yet. Not that impressive yet. I hope to change that. So, let's go to Dromund Kaas Departures. And we have the Black Talon Valet here. Hello!
Mem amak kupkap kramanik umnug kiga mayamak nulilak apajam kamgam amka nemnang ampa nemnang memua inok nikag agak kip debab naya amgam barakeki
Glad to hear it.
nane kari maraka amkam ja uklibik memarak nebab karahikap.
Not at this time. Okay, so you can take the solo shuttle here, which will take you to Dromund Kaas without any problems, or you can start the very first flashpoint of the game, the Black Talon, where you would normally run with a group, but with the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, there is an option now to run it solo, and you will gain a assistant droid who can tank. I don't think he heals, but I think he tanks, and he will run it with you. So yeah, we're gonna end this video here, and when we come back, we will run the Black Talon flashpoint. I may as well show it off on our way to Dromund Kaas. So yeah, my mind's all over the place this morning, I should say. But no, anyway, that's the Imperial fleet out of the way, so if we do have to come here again, I can just run round and do what I need to do. But yeah, as always, this of course has been AnthWolf playing Star Wars The Old Republic. Feel free to comment below if you so wish, and I'll see you for the Black Talon flashpoint next time. Until then, bye bye now.